Hi guys, I just want to explain the two-wheel drive system for the Cybertruck. I've only drawn one side of it, so if you imagine this drawing's all repeated down the other side. But from the cranks, this is where we have our gear set up, and then we go into a large axle that goes right across, and then two sets of chains, one to each rear wheel, and that's how we get our rear wheel drive system. There's a swing arm suspension here and disc brake, and yeah, a series of chains and guides and pulleys to get the power all delivered down the back. It won't be fixed, so each wheel will be able to rotate independently of each other because of so hang on, now we'll look at the side view. So in see if I can draw this. So in there we'll have a freewheel, I think they're called freewheel hubs, the bit that goes click 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 when you're not turning your crank. So yeah, usually they're in the back wheel, but I'm going to be pinching some out of some back wheels and putting them in the chain in the drive system. So what happens is when you're pedaling, they lock and pull the wheel. If you're going around a corner, one can click so that they're not locked, both wheels aren't locked together. And at the same time, we've got drive to both wheels, but without an axle down the back. So this allows for a lot more room behind the seat, and in between the wheels. But yeah, so basically the axle that splits the drive is just in front of the seat. It'll probably be right under the front of the seat, so it's out of the way a little and nice and low, and then chains go down the sides, all hidden as well, so to keep fingers safe and dogs' paws, because I'm sure the dogs will probably be walking around inside this thing once it's built, and I don't want a dog to get caught up in a chain inside the thing while I'm pedaling along. That would be horrific. But yeah, so to give reverse, we'll be having hub motors, and but yeah, this is just the pedal powered side of it, which is two-wheel drive. I did have fantasies about making it four-wheel drive, but it's just really complex. Can be done, but yeah, I don't think it's worth it. So yeah, that's how it's done. The seat goes in the middle, the cranks go around it all. See, I've even got the proportions way different from one drawing to the next. Got the splitting axle here right in front of the seat, and then this one, it's miles in front. But yeah, you get the idea. So we've got the chassis, which is the whole floor, and all this sits above the floor, and part of it will be sitting in the floor, and part of it will be covered above the floor. But yeah, so hopefully that gives you all a brief idea of how my drive system will be working. Two-wheel drive, pedal power. It's pretty complex, but to explain. Now, I wanted to set up 3 gears up front, and as you can see, I've got to explain here. Red set up for hill climb, purple is set up 1-to-1. Doesn't really look that purple on this, but it is. And then the green is set up for downhill or high speed, cruise mode basically. Now, I wanted that to be, the whole chain moves over from one position to the next, as you can see. So it's a fixed length chain with I'm guessing some sort of system to guide the chain from one place to the next, force it over, you know, from one position to the next. That's going to be tricky to design in itself. Yeah, I was then thinking of adding in a derailleur, I don't know, whatever you call it, and gears in here on both sides. But then it starts getting tricky. So yeah, I don't really know what to do as far as having more than those 3 gears up front. I did want to have it so that I've got a range of, you know, maybe 10 speeds to choose from up back, but I'm just not sure how to conquer that part just yet. Anyone got any ideas? I'd love to hear. Anyone got any feedback on that, how they think this would work? I'd also love to hear. So I haven't drawn all the steering in yet, but you will notice one thing, that the cranks are set, compared to all other velomobiles and recumbents out there, the cranks are set way back on the rig than you'd normally see. Normally they're way out in front. And yeah, another little secret on the Cybertruck is it will have dual steering. Not dual steering like you think with front and rear wheel steering. There'll be, so the traditional way of steering a velomobile with pulling on a lever on each side. So there'll be that, you know, that to steer, kind of like a skid steer bobcat. But also there'll be a steering wheel connected up to a shaft, so that we have billy cart style setup, so I don't have to hold those shafts either side of my legs, and I can drive it more like a car when I choose to, which will probably be more for cruising, not for manoeuvring around. I'm guessing I'll need the strength to pull those levers either side of my legs to manoeuvre around. You know, they'll have a lot more leverage. But yeah, you never know, it might be fine to steer with the wheel all the time even. I might decide to even remove the levers and just steer with the wheel. But yeah, I like the idea of having both options. It also gives me more room to have more controls as well. So I can have controls on the and different gadgets on the steering part, and also on the steering wheel. So yeah, alright, enough rambling on. It's just a quick update to explain the drive system, the pedal side of the drive system. We do have e-assist, but that's a whole nother topic. Cheers guys, bye.